Morning, Vinyl community. I know it's been a little while. It's been a crazy last week. I was accepted to go down to Detroit for the Governor's Economic Summit. I was part of the Young Talent panel, and I actually spoke one-on-one with the governor to talk about how we can bring jobs to the state of Michigan, pump up our economy. And they wanted to bring in some young talent who had not actually gotten a job or continuing their job search. And I was one of 21 students in the state of Michigan that were selected to be a part of the panel. And I just got back about a day and a half, 2 days ago, and catching up with schoolwork now, and it's been extremely busy. But good things are brewing up here for me in the future. And wearing the shirt that we got in our little gift bag when we were all done, Michigan.org. So they want to keep me here, so that's good. I love to stay and work here in the state of Michigan. But anyways, getting outside of me, there was a few, actually on the way down to Detroit for the summit, I stopped into a record store in the UP that I had not ventured out to before. It's in Manistee, Michigan. It's called Leftovertures. And I kind of heard about this place. The person who owns it, his store, he's one of the vendors that comes up to the record sale that's on Northern's campus once a semester. And I got his card through an individual that I usually go and dig at. He said, hey, you should stop down and check it out if you're heading out of town. And it's about a 2-hour drive from Marquette in the southern part of the Upper Peninsula. But a nice little store, and I wound up getting a few goodies that I wanted to share with you guys today. So just a few vinyl finds, nothing crazy, nothing, I didn't come with a haul or anything like that, but a few albums that kind of eclectic package here that I'm really excited about. So see what we can get here. Alright, first thing is what's playing in the background. It was actually one that I picked up from the store, and I think I've seen this around the vinyl community before. I don't remember who, I don't remember when, but when the person who owns the store that I went and dug at, I mentioned another album that I pulled out and was really excited about, and he said, hey, if you like that album, which I bought, you should check out this album by this artist. And I said, okay, I'm not familiar with it, I'm not familiar with the artist, but you should look into it. And I said, okay, what the hell, why not? So he pulled it out and showed it to me, and it is this album, Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. It's playing right now in the background. I've spun it about once or twice over now. I'm still trying to get used to it. It's an interesting album, very good album. I'm going to pull it out of the shrink here, the cover here. It's a very good album. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what they do here, because it's kind of all over the place, but impressive nonetheless. These guys are a great band. Very excited to have this in my collection, and I got it for a great price. I picked this up for $6. So a very good album. I love this. I love these images here. They're very cool. Interesting psychedelia folk rock psychedelia, I guess you could call it. Interesting, beautiful melodies on here. I like it. It's gonna be a little while for me to get into it, but that doesn't mean that I don't like it. That's for sure. It's a gorgeous album. And my ears are slowly going, kind of understanding this. Beautiful album. So I appreciate the individual who owns Leftovertures. I'm glad he kind of turned me in this direction because I was unfamiliar with them. Also, when I bought these albums and was then continued to head downstate for the Economic Summit in Detroit, like I mentioned earlier, I called Jimmy Jameson 50187 now. He just made a new channel with 50187. Get on there and log back on. He had like 150 subs. He got a virus and lost all of his people and his videos. Get on there and resub him, because Jimmy Boy's the man. So, but I called him up. I got his cell phone number, and I said, hey, I picked up this Spirit album, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. I don't know anything about it. What do you think? Because I think I've seen it on his channel before, and he said, I think you're going to really dig it, and you know what, I do. So, Jimmy, your insight was correct. He has a great knowledge of music, and I'm glad you got my package. I saw that you opened that up and you were stoked about it, and I'm just so happy that you're happy, because that was the whole intent, was to make you happy. And when I saw that Lizzie album, Fighting, I was like, that's got your name all over it, buddy. I know you were looking for that one, and I'm glad that you got it now in your collection. So take care of it, clean it off, all right? So Spirit, 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Another album that I'm excited I found here. Another album by this band, Passport, Looking Through. This is considered, I think, their greatest album in their catalog, along with Cross Collateral, which I showed as my album of the week last week. This is a great album. I'm glad that I have this and Cross Collateral now in my collection. It's in great condition. I picked it up for a great price. Picked this up for $5. So, 1974. This is the year before Cross Collateral. Jazz, progressive fusion music. Very, very horn-based, saxophone-based. Klaus Doldinger is the lead sax player. The guy is just a whiz kid when it comes to sax playing. Fabulous album. I'm glad I have this in the collection. Another album. This is another band that you're probably like, Barry, how do you not know about this band? But I'm just getting into them. I know their big hit, Mississippi Queen, so I'm probably giving them away right now. I know that they have connections to Cream. The lead, I believe it, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the lead singer, vocals, bass, and keyboards, was the producer for Cream and then started his own band. Just getting into them. This is my first album by them. Mountain. This is Avalanche by Mountain. I'm not sure if it was considered their greatest album or not, but I was just saying, I walked in, I said, hey, I really like Mississippi Queen, I want to venture further into this band. What do you have by Mountain? And he pulled out this album, Avalanche. I don't know what it gets for ratings, but excited to play it nonetheless. I haven't spun this yet. So, Mountain, Avalanche. Seems to be in pretty good condition. The album looks very clean, so I'm ready to kind of clean it off and give it a spin here. It's on the Columbia Windfall. I haven't seen this label around. I don't know if it's common or not. I've seen the Columbia, obviously the red and yellow Columbia labels before, but Columbia Windfall is something that I'm not familiar with, so I was kind of impressed by the label. 1974, so I'm not sure where that falls in their catalog. Like I said, I'm not really all that familiar with their music. I know that they rock out, so I'm excited to give this a spin. Mountain, Avalanche. And another album that I picked up there that I'm very excited to have. I know Jimmy Jameson, you said you have this one, and you showed it not too long ago in one of your vinyl pickups videos. Weather Report, Black Market. I picked up Heavy Weather not too long ago, and now I have, this is my second album of theirs in my collection, Black Market. I believe this came out just before Heavy Weather, and this has gotten great reviews. Wayne Shorter, the bass player, Pastorius, I heard he just went, thanks to Jimmy, and when I was talking on the cell phone with him, I guess he said that this guy just went mental and freaked out. I guess shortly after he got out of Weather Report, he was living on the streets and was a head case. Mentally was just kind of distraught and all over the place. Just kind of lost his cool, I guess, but fabulous bass player nonetheless. Kind of show you who it is. He just kind of freaked out. I was like, wow, Jim, I didn't know that. But this guy here in the middle, Pastorius, the bass player. So if anyone has any more information on that, put it down below, because I'd love to hear about it. Kind of interesting stuff like that really intrigues me. But yeah, Weather Report, Black Market. I haven't spun this yet either. Very, very curious to see what's out on here. So it's on the Columbia label. Weather Report, Black Market. Alright, and finally, this is an album. This is the album that I picked out, and the individual at the record store said, check out Spirit. This was the first album that I bought from this, that I picked up and was like, ooh, put this in the collection. My last I think it was like my last record haul video, spring break record haul video. I mentioned this band that I didn't know anything about them, picked them up because I saw them on the VC. Now this is my second installment, my second album of theirs. I like this album more than the one that I picked up beforehand. Really getting into this band, and I'm glad that I have their 2 pinnacle releases now on vinyl. Spooky Tooth. This is Spooky 2, their sophomore album. If I would have had this, I could have done the contest for great sophomore releases. I know that thread's going around. I actually might upload and put this on there. This is a fabulous album. If you don't know who Spooky Tooth is, and you've never heard Spooky 2 or The Mirror, those 2 albums by Spooky Tooth, go out and find them and play them. These guys rock. This is really, really like a bluesy soul based, but it still kind of has like almost like a southern rock tinge to it. A whole lot of heartfelt emotion here. Great sounding album. I would kind of call them like this album, I guess you could kind of mix between almost like an Allman Brothers with like an Edgar Winter group, if that kind of makes sense. Fabulous work done here. Spooky Tooth, Spooky 2. I've listened to this now probably 3 or 4 times over. The track Evil Woman, wow, gorgeous. I've Got Enough Heartaches is a beautiful, beautiful track as well. Hangman, Hang a Shell on a Tree is another great song on here. Lost in My Dream is another one. I mean, this whole album is just great. If you don't know Spooky Tooth, please go out and listen and buy and rep Spooky Tooth, because these guys are great. So, but once again, that's all that I picked up, just 5 albums, but I'm excited about every single one of them, and gonna be busy up here at Winslow's Wax Pad spinning some music. So just wanted to log on, do a vinyl finds video, give you guys a VC cheers. I know it's been a while. I want to catch up and spread out a few more comments about my last video, and then kind of dig around. I haven't been on for a while, like I said, so I want to catch up and say hi to everyone. I miss you guys. So, alright guys, peace. I'm signing off. Barry Winslow. Thanks for watching, and take care. Alright, bye.